Hello and welcome back to another video, another session in our continued journey of trying to master geometry. And our today's agenda is going to be angle bisectors and angle bisectors inside a triangle meeting at a point known as the incenter. So we will look at this idea, we'll try and derive results about the angle bisector, but once again you will notice that we will use basic similarities to prove all of those results. So what that means is that if you know similarities, the process is going to be easier and faster. And in fact, we have done the bulk of the theory work already. From this point onwards, the journey is going to be faster and easier because we already have the two major tools and all the basic theorems with us. So we know congruence, we know similarities, and we know even more basic ideas like transversals across a parallel line, or the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, etc. So using all of that, most of our future work will be done theory as well as problem solving. So today we want to look at angle bisectors. So let me first of all create a triangle and let me call it ABC. Another thing that we'll introduce here, we'll take the side opposite of A and call it A in terms of the measure. So I say the distance from B to C is A, small a units. Similarly, in front of B, I will call it B, and in front of C, I'll call it C. This is just a convention. You can call it X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, whatever you want to. But we are calling it ABC so that if you refer to a textbook and the formula is given in terms of this convention, it will be easier for you to correlate, right? So this is our basic story, and this is angle A, and I draw an angle bisector. An angle bisector is a line which divides an angle into two equal parts. So if this big angle was 60 degrees, the small angles are going to be 30 degrees each. Another thing to pay attention is that this is not the median. Median as a line divided the other side into two equal parts. We have no such information about the angle bisector. The only thing I know is this angle, angle BA, let me call this point D. Angle BAD is the same as angle DAC because these two angles are going to be equal because AD is an angle bisector. So the first idea that I want to learn is that if I drop an angle bisector from A to the opposite side, it will divide the other side in the same ratio as that of the two sides. The two sides that the angle is made up of. So the ratio of BD is to DC is going to be C is to B. That means quickly think of a triangle, and let's say the sides are 6 and 8. So when I draw an angle bisector, and again remember this is not the median and this is not the perpendicular. That means I do not know if this angle is 90 degree for sure or not. In maybe a particular situation it could be, but an angle bisector is not the same as a perpendicular, because in some cases it might look so, but we are not using that information. And the basic idea is that if I draw an angle bisector, these two angles are equal, and this side will be divided into two parts, and the ratio of those parts would be the same as the ratio of the sides which the angle is made up of. So this will become 3:4. So this is an idea which will come in handy in problem solving. But before we go into problem solving, I want to know why is this true? That has been a constant feature of this particular program. At least we are constantly asking why is this true, because asking that why will improve our understanding of the concept and we'll become more familiar with it. Plus the why itself is a problem or a challenge for us, and the more of these we practice, easier and better our future problem solving going to be. So now I want to know that if I draw an angle bisector, why is it dividing the opposite side in the ratio C is to B, or in the ratio of the sides that the angle is made up of. So I want to work on that proof now. So let me draw another triangle. So let me draw the same triangle or a general triangle A, B, C, and I drop an angle bisector D. These two angles are equal to each other. What I want to prove is that BD upon DC, that means the ratio of these two parts is the same as AB upon AC. So how will I go about doing that? The first thing that I notice is equality of ratios. That means somewhere similarity is going to kick in. But before similarity can kick in, let me draw a line parallel to AD and let me call it CE. So this line is parallel to line AD. What that gives me very quickly is that this angle is going to be equal to this angle because these are two parallel lines. This is a transversal. These two are alternate interior angles, day one theory, right? So these two angles are going to be equal to each other. And say this line is extended and I get another angle here. Again think of these two as the parallel lines and this as the transversal. At AD and CE as a parallel line and BE as a transversal, you will see this angle corresponds to this angle. So if this is x, this is going to be x because they were equal to each other as angle bisectors as an angle bisector created them. This angle is also equal to this angle, so this angle is also going to be x. This angle is also going to be x because now think of the parallel line DE and CE and you create two corresponding angles. If these two angles are equal to each other, this side is going to be equal to this side. And now think of the big triangle BCE. This is a parallel line cutting across the triangle. So you know again according to similarity, BD upon DC is going to be equal to BA upon AE using similarity or basic proportionality. BD upon DC is equal to BA upon AE, BA upon AE. And you just looked at that how AE is the same as AC. So instead of AE, I can write AC. And I'm done because that is what I wanted to prove, that BD upon DC, this part is to this part, is the same as this part is to this part. But how did I do that? Using similarity or basic proportionality theorem. So now I know if I draw an angle bisector, and again I'm going to call this triangle ABC and name the sides A and B and C. So when I drop an angle bisector, the ratio is going to be C is to B. But what is the actual part going to be? If I have the value in terms of A, I will say C upon C plus B into A, this part, and this part is going to be B upon B plus C into A. To maybe taking a number will make more sense. Say this side is 2 and I tell you the ratio is 2 is to 3. Again you will say very quickly this is going to be 4 and 6, but how did you get to that 4? 2 by 5 of 10 and 3 by 5 of 10. So the same thing I am writing down a little more formally, that's all. So now we know an angle bisector divides the other side in the ratio of the sides which made or created the angle.